All right, and we're back with another edition of the Scotty No Show. We have our first ever in-person episode, and we got a whole host of people. Everybody, introduce yourself.
My name is Jordan Lutmer.
I'm Mark Plante.
I'm Nolan, Summerfield.
I'm Tyler Katz.
And you guys work with the Trappers here in town, do you not?
Yeah, we all work with Trappers.
Can confirm.
Can
Confirm that.
And what do you all do specifically?
So I am part of the concession crew.
That was it.
That's it.
I'm the graphic designer and kind of like the marketing person, and I'm also the on-field host for the Trappers this year. So kind of doing a mixture of all three of those things every day, pretty much. So
I'm our baseball ops. So I do a lot of scouting reports, helping with the team, coaching, occasionally post on social media. It's a big try to be funny.
And I'm the broadcast intern, both home and on the road for the Trappers YouTube and Mixer live streams. All 64 games. I'm there giving play-by-play updates. Got to drop those advertisements.
Got it.
Oh, yeah. And where's everybody from?
So I'm originally from Pierre. I just graduated from SDSU in May.
I'm originally from the Brainerd area, which is in Minnesota, but I also go to SDSU. Just going into my senior year this year. So
I'm from Blaine, Minnesota. It's a suburb of the Twin Cities. And I'll be a sophomore at the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities.
I'm originally from Davie, Florida, which is a suburb of Fort Lauderdale, but I am going into my junior year at Virginia Tech.
All right. Well, first question, I feel like I need to ask this. Virginia Tech has yet to win a national championship in any sport. Why?
You know, we're getting the pieces together. We have some individual national championships, most recently an individual title in wrestling. We had a pretty good softball season this year. And so there are a few smaller sports. I know we were really good at indoor track and field. As small as that is, it's still a team national championship. So we're close, haven't put the pieces together yet, but something might be coming along soon.
there you go.
You had Michael Vick, though.
So I feel like I have to put this out here. I was not a Virginia Tech fan until about 2-3 years ago. I grew up in South Florida, so I originally grew up a Miami Hurricanes fan.
Okay.
So I do not associate with anything pre-2019 Virginia Tech.
So basically when you went to college.
Yeah.
Listen, it's okay because from now on, I'll be a Hokie for life.
There you go.
But
Yeah.
prior to that, I
Doesn't
don't
care.
care.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's all about Beamer ball. You go to the University of Minnesota. How does being relevant in Big 10 athletics feel?
It's honestly amazing. Like just being around, I don't know, TJ Fleck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's electric. His football practices, I can tell you, having been around them a little bit, they're very unique. He puts himself on a microphone. You can hear him for, I kid you not, half a mile when they're practicing.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm walking away the opposite direction from our football stadium. I can hear him loud and clear. Man, it's
That's
full
so
of
funny.
energy. Couldn't love it more.
That's so funny.
What does ski you mom mean?
It's I hate to break your heart, but it's Sky Yuma.
Okay.
And it was from, I believe it was from in the 1800s. They were at a rowing event, and somebody said it's like a war. They're not really a war chant, but kind of a cry, and it's stuck ever since. So yeah, Sky Yuma is a big thing if we head to you.
And of course, go big, go blue.
Go Jacks.
So
What's in your opinion? What's the best dorm room in SDSU?
oh god. In both of our opinions.
Yeah.
Because I would have to say some of the newer facilities like Abbott and then Ben Rifle as well. Those are some great dorms. They're awesome to just kind of, they got these huge ceilings and the rooms are super spacious. Unfortunately, I lived in Benoist Hall.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
that was my first year, and it might have been the worst thing I've ever done in my life. I mean, it was prison cell type, you know, like we were packed in there, bunk beds were stacked on top of each other. We had the couch underneath our bed. So like if any one of us fell, or no, they weren't stacked, they were raised up all the way. And then, you know, if any one of our beds fell and someone was underneath on that couch, you were gone. Gone to the ceiling. But I mean, from the 3 a.m. yelling in the hallway to the, you know, things being punched out of the walls, it was just, it was an experience. I mean, but I would have to say either Abbott or Ben Rifle, one of the two.
yeah, and I lived in Ben Rifle my freshman year, and then I moved over to Cotterville my sophomore year. But I think Ben Rifle is a great pampered. Yeah, there we go. From Ben Rifle to Cotterville, it's definitely a change, but definitely a great experience to this. So, yeah.
None of you hid beers in the ceiling tiles.
It happened with Benoist.
That's questionable.
I will not say if it was me or not, but
Go Pearson Hall.
yeah.
I've had some friends in there, so
Oh yeah. But I guess what's your kind of your favorite bar in Brookings?
Oh god. Favorite bar?
Yeah.
It's definitely not the 9. I can
the
say that
9.
much.
Come on.
No. It's sticky. It's
No.
That
disgusting.
dance floor.
Give me a nice chill vibe at the Wild Hair.
Ooh.
Give me a nice chill vibe there and give me a beer and we're chilling.
My
We're mad chilling.
my number one, the dearly departed Lantern.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is the Wild Hair now.
Yeah.
But they had these Lantern iced teas that would knock you on your ass. It was awesome.
I have no idea what we're talking
I was
about.
gonna say these guys have no
I've got a
idea.
couple friends in Brookings, so I have heard of the 9.
Actually? You have
Yeah,
people in Brookings?
I know Abe heard. Yeah, a couple people in Brookings.
Oh, the 9.
The 9.
No,
I've heard
the
the
9
stories.
is the way to go.
Dude, the last time I was there, me and one of my friends, we just finished off our beers, and you know it was getting late into the night, and we both had empty glasses. Clink, and we tried to clink them
Yep.
together, and it just went and just shattered, just shattered. And I got cuts like all the way up and down my arm, and I was like, I'm never coming back here again, never again. But literally, that was a fun story. But yeah, F the 9. But apparently for you,
I love the 9. Come on, that
I'm-
dance floor.
Yeah, but I'm also a big P's and Q's guy. But what's your what's your favorite memory from college?
Ooh, we should go around the table with this one.
Do you guys want me to start?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Serious, Scotty.
Well, I did tell you I was going to tell you a story about something that I was kind of a part of. That.
Oh yeah, you're gonna tell me this.
Yes. So I just, one night I was, pretty hammered, and I woke up.
Of course, how all good stories start.
It was hobo days.
Oh, of course.
I woke up, and we started something called a keg parade.
Oh,
Basically, what that means is you have like 4 houses. You all buy a keg. You all, you charge like $10. You get a cup and like a t-shirt. And you finish the keg, and then you take that keg and then you march to the next house with an empty keg. And so we go one house to another house, go and finish the keg off there, go to another house, and eventually at some point it would lead to us interacting with another parade in town. So yes, we had to stop the Hobo Day parade on multiple occasions.
What?
Yeah.
You stopped the parade?
Yeah, we had to, because we had to get across the street to the next house.
Oh my god. Everybody wait. Carries an empty keg on his head.
You stopped the parade on the world or South Dakota largest parade.
Yes. And in order to get away with it, we sold some t-shirts to cops.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, like whatever you do, man, that's great.
Yeah.
That's a good story. That's funny. Just stops the South Dakota's biggest parade.
Yep.
Just across the
street.
Yeah.
Sick. T-Cats?
Okay, so I have I'll say a best sports memory, then a best non-sports memory. I'll have
there you
two.
go.
So the first was my favorite sports memory, freshman year, packed Lane Stadium, and Inner Sandman's huge. We were playing North Carolina. It was a night game, and we ended up going into overtime, but not just one overtime, but 6 overtimes.
Oh yeah, I know what game you're talking about.
So it was the first time in the FBS level that they had the new 5 overtime rule where it was a 2-point conversion shootout. And there were like 3 missed field goals, a blocked field goal. Every kick missed that wasn't an extra point in that overtime. And Virginia Tech in the 6th overtime ended up having a 2-point conversion quarterback draw to the left side, and we won 43-41. And I just remember going insane, and I went with a few friends, and we went to Cracker Barrel that night.
Ended at Cracker
It
Barrel.
ended at Cracker Barrel.
That's hilarious.
Favorite overall memory or favorite non-sports memory was this winter. I'm a Floridian and I'm not used to snow. So first big snowfall of the year, a few of my friends said, hey, let's go sledding. And I'm like, well, great. I've never gone sledding before. So we went to Walmart 10 minutes before it closed, picked up
Like the jankiest.
like the
sleds ever.
top of storage containers to go down hills. So we went to this one big hill on campus and start going down, and it's okay. I'm having more fun than my 2 friends because it's my first time ever doing anything like it.
Yeah.
And then we hear a rumor that there's a big common field on campus called the drill field.
Yeah.
So we hear midnight tonight, there's going to be a massive snowball fight on the drill field.
Oh, wow.
So the drill field is separated into, it's like more like oblong shaped, and one side is on the east and one side is on the west.
Yeah.
So we ended up setting up on the east side, and so we were like, East drill field forever, and we kept pushing back the west side. And the night ended fine for me. It didn't end fine for some other people. There was a fist fight on the very other side in opposing territory. It wasn't our side, East drill field forever. But the cops had to be called, and the snow was red by the end of the night. It was
wow.
yeah. But the snowball fight before that was some of the most fun I've had my entire college career.
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome. That's cool. Okay, before we keep going, can we check the microphone just to make sure we got this going? Is the microphone good? Because we reopened all of it.
It should be.
All right,
It
cool.
should be.
Cool.
So let me preface this. I just spent my first year at college in the middle of the pandemic, and the University of Minnesota didn't let us have any fun. At one point, I got yelled at for being in a room with 11 people when the maximum capacity was 10, and I got a formal written complaint. So that's not fun. Yeah, really was a buzzkill. No vibes that night. But my favorite memory was actually my senior year of high school. It was when college game day came to the University of Minnesota.
Penn State.
I was the home game after that.
Okay.
I was on campus for the Penn State game. I was in the dorm room watching with some friends. Lost my mind that day. But when we played Wisconsin, college game day was in town. And I got up at 2:50 in the morning to get to campus by 4:30 to get to game day. And even though we lost to the worst school in the country, roll the book, still the hands down the best day of my life. It was snowing. It was cold. I was hungry. I got emotional. And it was all in one. It was so amazing, other than the fact that we lost. It was one of those days where I was like, you know what? I'd do that again just for the being there. Hands down. Because my philosophy, I told Tyler this, but my philosophy, the colder the sporting event, the better. Like, I hope it snows.
I agree with that. 100%.
Absolutely. Because
Oh,
if it's just like a casual day, like you can get that anywhere in the country. It's not. It only snows in certain places. And you
okay,
gotta
that's
embrace
true.
it.
That's true.
Like
That's
outdoor
true.
football in November and December. That's
Yeah.
where it's at.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
that was pretty good. And the Penn State one, that was fun. Roll the boat, Scotty Mongo Gophers. Gotta throw that in there.
Gotta
for-
always
for
go.
PJ.
When Blair Walsh missed that field goal, I mean, it was cold as hell, but man,
Yeah,
that was
Screw that
nice.
noise. Screw all that noise.
Yeah, I'm a
He's a
Packers-
Packers
I'm a
fan.
Packers fan.
You're
So-
a Packers fan and
Hands,
you live in the
born and
city?
raised in Minnesota, hands down. I
He
love
likes
my
every
Packers.
other sporting Minnesota
Yeah,
teams but the Packers.
But the Vikings.
But the Vikings.
But the Vikings.
yes. He likes- he
Can't
likes the
stand
Packers.
respectfully, can't stand. it.
See, that's everybody's
Scotty,
reaction.
feel me now? It's
Hey, I
bad.
have an excuse though. I have a legitimate excuse. So I
You don't like Kirk Cousins. Is that the excuse?
no.
No.
I grew up when I was little. I don't know why, but I really like watching Brett Favre play. So wherever he was, that's what I cheered for. I cheered for the Jets for a season. He was the backup quarterback for the Jets.
So you're telling me that you were a Vikings
I
fan
was
for
for 2 years. I
For 2
tried.
years,
I
for 2
tried
years.
when the Saints won that NFC championship.
God, that was such a. I hate
And
that.
then I was like, okay, Brett Favre's done. I'm gonna go cheer for arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, in Aaron Rodgers.
I do think I own, with the exception of the Falcons, I own every one of his jerseys.
Favre's.
Yeah,
You have a Jets Favre jersey?
I have 2 of them.
Oh my!
I-
You might be the first person I ever met that was like, yeah,
I have
Brett
an
Favre on the Jets.
I have
Hell
an,
yeah!
I have an away one, and I have a alternate, like the black and green one.
Oh god.
That's nice though. Those are kind of sick.
They're worth a lot of money.
Fancy again?
No, you're
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
share your story,
Share
Mark.
your story.
You
So,
hate on the 9.
well,
Because the vibes aren't
The
great.
9 is the best bar in Brooklyn. Guaranteed.
no.
No. Just because there's a dance floor doesn't make it.
Thank
Jordan,
you.
Jordan, I've never even seen you dance.
Oh, shots fired. Pow, pow. You're not even the shot, by the way. But I'll probably have the same thing as T-Cats, just kind of like something that I remember from college and then sports memory as well. I'm gonna start with the sports memory. I don't get to go to a lot of games. I don't get to go to a lot of sporting events because I'm usually either working or I'm studying my ass off. So like honestly, like when I'm at college, like it's kind of like, you know, I'm either doing work because I work for part-time, but I also do 17 credits. So but the one thing I will remember and I will never forget is when college game day came into town. And we were playing, what was it, NDSU, right?
NDSU.
Yeah,
Pat
and
McAfee.
yeah, Pat McAfee. And I didn't wake up at the 2 o'clock, and I did not wake up at the 3 o'clock because some of us have things to do on days.
Hey,
You
In my
know?
defense, it was a 20-minute drive in, and it was the biggest game of the year.
True.
You got to get there and get your spot.
Fair enough.
I didn't
But
live on campus.
yeah, I had class that day, and then I had to work for 6 hours. So like it was kind of like, well, but I did end up like going by it and seeing everything and then seeing the whole crowd, and that was super cool. And it was just like, again, it's just like wow, you know, like SDSU is kind of like it feels like a small school,
It really is.
but it's, you know, it's 12,000 students, but we're still a Division I school. Now we're not like a Clemson, or we're not like, you know, Alabama, anything like that, but we're still a Division I school. And sometimes I forget that because like I'm sitting there and I'm like just going, you know, doing my thing at SDSU. And then it's just like, oh wait, we have a Division I basketball game chilling over there. You know, we can make it to March Madness type deal. So I mean, that was one of the cooler things, just to be like, hey, you know, you're here, you're at a Division I school, you can go for free. You can go for free and you can kind of watch the games and shit. So that was one of the cooler things, just to kind of experience that. Favorite college memory? God. Let's see. There's so many. I can't even remember. Like there's so many nights where I just can't remember.
I was gonna say. I wonder why that is.
But I would probably have to say, honestly, it's just a night spent with like the people that we have, just kind of chilling in the dorms or doing whatever. I mean, college itself is just an experience. So like, it'll shape and bend you in different ways. But
The nights in Grove Hall.
the nights in Grove Hall where you're just kind of sitting there and you realize, man, I'm like doing college, I'm doing stuff, and like, you know, and then you go out with friends and you just, I don't know, just the whole overall experience at college. I don't have one specific thing because I mean, again, I can't remember, I can't pick out of a hat. But yeah, just those nights where you're like going to do things on a whim. Like me and my buddy one night, we were sitting in our dorm room, or I was actually my roommate that year. We were in Brown Hall.
Oh.
And we were just chilling, and all the SDSU people watching or listening, we did have beverages in the dorms. Okay, that's just how it goes. So we drank in our dorm, and then it was just like, let's just go run. Like, let's just go run around campus. And so we were just running around campus for no reason. Just absolutely, and we were about for ass. Like, we were just running around campus. I mean, it's just those nights where you're just sitting there, like, not wanting to do anything, and all of a sudden you just flick a switch and you're doing some crazy ass thing. So that's kind of my whole general experience. But yeah, how about you, Jordan?
So I worked for the athletic department. I worked for electronics. So I was probably at most of the games during my career at SDSU. So probably one of my sporting events was college game day. That was electric at BMG Hyde Stadium. Sorry. And then also when the girls basketball team went to the Sweet 16.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. That's about it.
Yeah.
Brookings is not
Brookings
exciting.
There's way too many sports memories.
There's more sports memories than
actual
college.
Yeah.
to do.
Because when I got there, we still had Nate Walters, and when I left, we had Mike Dunn.
Yeah.
So, and I'd always see Mike in the hallways at Jaeger and just walking around. I'm like, God damn, you're tall.
Yeah. Wasn't he 6'7",
Super
6'9"?
6'7" or 6'8", maybe.
Yeah. Just walking around the halls. It's weird to see those guys on campus because then, like I was saying, like SDSU is like a smaller community like thing. It just feels like you're in a community and not like, this big college. And so like you see the football players walking around, you see like the basketball stars walking around, you're like,
Dang.
You're
tall
my
enough.
God.
There was as a big pro wrestling guy like myself, there was the time where I, in order to get myself to WrestleMania, I started my own like weekend taxi service, and I gave a ride to, I think, Dallas Goddard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he ends up becoming a tight end in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, okay.
And he's doing really good too.
Yeah. Not super popular. Well, he is super popular, but I mean,
He wasn't like
watch yourself in the zoo. Got punched out that one time. Which my favorite part of that entire thing was they called it a family restaurant, and it's like the zoo is the last.
isn't that in Aberdeen?
Yeah.
That's the one that Thomas always talks about.
So what's kind of like been your favorite memory so far this year?
Of the Trappers?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really hard to say.
I know.
Actually, opening night was my favorite time because like we just got here, the energy, everybody's here. I mean, like we got the programs, we've got, all the stuff that I made, no offense to y'all, but like, we got all the broadcasts set up. We got the stream thing hooked up. For me, it's like, we're all ready to go. And then we walk it off. And the whole crowd, the whole bench just clears. I mean, it was just like the other night when Fish hit the home run or the no hitter.
Yep.
I mean, it was just the same energy. That and then the Fish no hitter for sure. But like intern wise, we've done so much stuff together. I mean, like at the beginning of the year, we thought we were either going to hate or love each other because we were going to spend every moment of every second of every day together. There was no doubt about it. I mean, these two sometimes aren't here because baseball ops and broadcaster, obviously. So it's like, they'll be gone some days, but when they're here, it's just we always get them in, go just do stuff. So there is countless memories there. I mean, we had the first night, the first bachelor night. No, we were playing
Poker
night. We gotta do
Nolan
it.
wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
Nolan wasn't
also
here.
late to the party.
Yeah, the first poker night. I mean, we all sat down together and we just had it was literally like we just met each other and we're having this huge heart to heart. Like it's like the deepest conversations you've ever seen. And it's like we're just all sitting there and we're all just like, just like almost on the verge of tears for some people. I mean, it's literally just like, what in the world? But then we kind of just like from there, everyone just like got super close, and we all like really like each other. We're all, you know, we all just have all these fond memories with each other. So I mean, the days at the ballpark when we're just hustling around doing whatever, you know, it's like it's so much fun because we get to do it together. I mean, we're all like really, really good friends now. So we get to do it together and we have a good time and we produce a good quality stuff. So it's really amazing. It's quite fun.
Maybe stressful right then and there, but in the end, it's a great time.
Yeah.
I was thinking my favorite memory is probably the 4th of July. I got suckered into going out. So
Oh yeah, that's
great
See,
story.
that's the
Great
type of
story.
stuff I'm talking
4th
about.
of July, I got not to be like anti-American, but like 4th of July, I'm like, that's just kind of another day. We had a game, you know, had a parade in the morning. We were late night before, so I got to go to this parade. I'm like, what are we doing? I get here and I go with a Hawaiian shirt because it was the most American thing that I had. I had a red hat and like swim trunks on. And we get done with the game, and our friend Lily comes up and she's like, I was gonna go out. I was like, okay, let me go home and change. She goes up and she goes, no, you're going to the Legion wearing that. I go, I'm what? So I end up going to the Legion dressed like I'm going to a beach in Hawaii with like
It was a great outfit, 100%.
it was I don't know if I'd call it a great outfit.
It was a great
It was
outfit.
an outfit.
It was
sure.
beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that was my first time I'd ever like gone out with them. So I'm a little shy, but yeah, since then it's been a blast.
Yeah.
These guys really push you out of your comfort zone. I even sang karaoke with Mark.
Yes.
Just want to say the Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet
Beautiful.
Boys.
There you go.
Okay. We've had a couple fun nights like that, like the Legion one. I mean, like the entire team was out.
Yeah.
And you know, like we had the entire team, coaches, us. You know, it was just a great time.
The Sioux Falls team was
Sioux
there.
Falls
It
team
was
was
so
there.
much fun.
Yeah, it was a really good time.
I think I might be better friends with them, with some of them, than I am our own team, because we play them
So
15
many
times in the month
times,
of June. Like those guys are cool.
Didn't one of you do an impression of their coach?
That was me.
Yeah,
Walker Willington.
Yeah.
Me and Thomas was like, well, I got a southern accent, so I think I can, because I think he's from the Texas area. Tennessee. Oh, okay. I didn't know. So a little bit south, not too bad, but Thomas is originally from Texas, our sound and social media guy. And he's originally from Texas. So he was like, I'll do the impression. And then they said on Twitter, Thomas can't do the impression because he's from Texas. So we had to get somebody from as far north as you can probably almost get. And I mean, I'm from obviously Brainerd, Minnesota, I said earlier. So up north. And so I had to really dive into that accent, you know, and just really get in there. So that was fun too. That was really fun. But yeah, we played them how many times?
15 times in the span of like 34 days.
Yeah.
30 days.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like half it.
No.
Sorry.
We had off days in that span. We still played them 15 of those 30 days.
Yeah, that's pretty whack.
Mark kind of stole my thunder. I was going with poker night.
Oh
as
yeah,
some of my
that was
best
so much
memories.
fun. Yeah.
First off, because I won the poker game.
You did win poker. Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
But first night T-Cats comes in and we have no idea what T-Cats is like, but he just big ballers it. You know, he's like putting everything on the line, shuffling it back in, giving him the death stare. Just you know, T-Cats don't play no games when it comes to poker. It's hilarious.
But probably my favorite memory of a game was our most recent home game in the no-hitter, because on walk-offs, you don't know when it's coming. You could lose an extra innings. You could give it up in the top of the ninth. You don't know when it's coming. With the no-hitter, you could sense that history was close. And in between innings, I was frantically searching through every game. And I don't want to say it was easy, but it was simpler to look through 3 seasons rather than hundreds of years to see if we had ever done it before. And I come to find that every game that we've had, we never had a no-hitter.
Yep.
So I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, this has a chance to be history. And 7th inning goes by, 8th inning goes by, and we're going into the 9th. And I'm like, this is very real. This is possible. And so we get to the final strike, and I'm on the broadcast and I'm hyping things up. I'm like, Fisher Roush, from pitching in the NCAA tournament to potential Trappers history, here's the 0-2. And it was just this buildup of emotion that paid off. And talking to Fish after the game and, you know, knowing that history had happened and just that we were all there for that, it was
Yeah,
one
it's
of the
pretty. It's
best.
a pretty cool experience.
Mhm.
Do you know why they call him Big Tuna?
His last name's Fisher.
No,
Oh.
first name is Fisher, but they call
Or
him
no, sorry,
Fish.
yeah, sorry.
So they call him Fish, and then Fish turned into Tuna.
Okay.
Tuna turned into Big Tuna.
Fisher. Big tuna, and then sorry, I didn't.
No, you're good.
Our graphic that we put up, our game day graphic, always has a tuna
Yep.
can up here. So the reason why is because he was supposed to get our picture taken by our team photographer who takes our headshots,
Yep.
and he just didn't show up that day. He didn't show up that day. So now we just put him in a tuna can. So that's kind of a step forward of this.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do something because I've been working here for 4 years now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So,
you've been here forever.
I think it was year 2.
Year 2 was my favorite.
Year two. We were here at home. I think it was a strikeout, one strikeout, and then we win the Beef Cup. Okay, I'm sitting up here doing music, and our
Was this after you had played hand clap?
hey, hand
for
clap is the
25th
jam.
time?
Hand clap is the jam. If you're on music, you play hand clap. I got that year. I got a limit. The
Yeah.
announcer that year, Peter Theodos,
Oh.
checked off a list that I can play. I only could play, I think it was 7 times during the game. So that was
checked it off.
checked it off every time I did it. But yeah, I think it was a strikeout before we won the Beef Cup. We were up here. It was electric. Did I say that right? Electric.
No, yeah, I never said you didn't say it right, but it's just funny.
We were up here. We're like, let's go. Our broadcaster Isaac at that time was like, "Shh, you guys need to settle down. Like, you can hear you guys on the broadcast." We're like, whatever. So they get the strikeout. We're all up here screaming, shouting. You know what? We all run down on the field because we were like, the game was over. We all run on the field. We all go in a group and we all get water, like a jug of water was on the field, and everyone was just wet. That was a fun moment. But yeah.
Do you remember the preceding night after?
Oh
Was that
god.
the night that the field was flooded?
No, it was the night that all of us, including myself, we went downtown. But first, before we went
Is
downtown,
that when we went to the Long Branch?
yes.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
But before that, we went to the St. Charles. I walk into the St.
Oh,
Charles.
and then someone, who was it? It was,
I think it was Herrera.
Herrera was just drinking the cup.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go.
And I drank out of the beef cup too. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
that's funny.
RIP to the beef cup. I miss it.
Yeah.
RIP.
But I walk into that bar and Herrera sees me and starts a Scotty chant just
There we
out
go.
of nowhere. Just like the entire bar started a Scotty chant. And I'm like, okay, this is awesome. And then we go to the Long Branch. I asked Scott to start us some karaoke, because whatever. And I decided to go with I'm on a boat.
There we go. Okay.
My standard. And then there was that one kid who I forget his name, but we added him like the last week of the season.
Year 2? Was this year 2?
What?
Year 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot his name.
I guess I don't know who it is.
I forgot his name, but he was
Okay.
like just like a quiet kid, kind of a weirdo. And he just breaks out with the Backstreet's Back, and I'm like, that is not the song I thought he was gonna sing.
So you would say that's your probably favorite memory?
Probably. I mean,
Okay.
Fish's no-hitter was pretty damn cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty sick.
And I'm gonna say, so like this year's memory. So we got the Trap song by Rick Ross back.
Yep.
And every time that is played here at Hyde Stadium, our concession stands are down there, are just singing it on Trap. That's,
Yep.
it's awesome.
We were vibing to that in the dugout yesterday.
And when you look over at Jen Allen's face right there, she's like trap. So that's pretty awesome.
It's fun, dude.
Well, I guess, I mean, if we're gonna talk concessions, what's your favorite food?
The Trapper dog, baby.
Okay.
I had that Trapper dog. Give me a stomach ache. I'll be honest.
Oh, come on.
I got a sensitive stomach though, so that's
Okay.
all me. I got a really sensitive stomach. Yeah, like the lighting in a room can affect how I want to eat.
That or the Hyde Stadium special.
I can see that. I can feel
Have
that.
you ever had the Hyde Stadium special?
Yes, that's probably my favorite.
It was good though. I mean, it was good, but it caused me stomach problems.
No.
Pulled pork and nachos.
I only really had a hot dog, and it was pretty good. The burgers were good.
Shout out to Lily there, the girl master.
Shout out
As
Lily.
much as it kills me
Shout out
to
to-
admit it, that was your hard time. The burgers aren't good, but no, they were pretty
Lily the
good.
grill master.
Yo,
I won't call her grill master. Call her not master. But no,
Wow,
it's never. Also, I've never. It's like this is just me, but I've never had Uber water before getting here. That's
Oh,
the water is so good.
It's so good.
I love Uber water though. It's up there with Ice Mountain.
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
wow.
what?
Whoa.
Ice Mountain?
Ice Mountain is so good.
No.
I'm a Nestle Pure Life guy.
Oh,
Oh,
even worse.
I can get on board with that.
No.
Ever since day one when we got Uber water, it's number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uber water is
Uber
good.
water is
Hey, all right, that's all we can agree on. Let's
Okay,
accept
yeah.
that. Uber
Have you
water.
guys tried that volcanic water or whatever? It's like Wakiyako water. or something.
Yeah.
I don't think
No
I-
shot.
No
No
shot.
shot.
But you can find it at like Walmart, such and such. Yeah, it's literally made from like volcanic springs.
Okay.
Mark, you better not drink that. That might be.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have my stomach
Look at the name and be like, ah, danger.
It's probably like $25 for a thing.
So you're
like
like,
that.
Yes.
It's the next level Fiji.
How many away stadiums have you guys been to?
Ooh, okay.
Oh, you mean like in this expedition?
Yeah.
Oh, well, these guys have been to every single one.
Well,
Almost.
I've been to one more than he has because I went to. Well, I'm
I'll
just
be there
saying.
next week in Spirit.
Yeah. Okay. So we've gone to Spearfish. We just got back from Wheat City, Fremont, Souris Valley, Sioux Falls. Is that it?
I think that's it.
yeah, because we only play a certain amount of teams
Yeah.
until we get to playoffs.
And then our next road trip, we head to Butte, Montana for the first time in Trappers history since they're an expansion team. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. I've only been to one. I've only been to Spearfish.
Yeah. That's what I was just going to ask. I don't know if I can officially announce this yet, but I believe Dustin, our good buddy Dustin,
Justin Van Hoek, yep.
yep, he is bringing some Sasquatch ale or whatever they call it, the team beer that they have.
Okay, yep.
We're gonna Scotty's crunchy critique that
Ooh,
thing.
there we go.
There you go.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
So I've been to, when the Hot Shots were here in Aberdeen, I've been there.
R.I.P. Hub City Hot
Yes,
Shots.
yes. Okay, I've been to Minot Stadium, Corbett Field, been to Sasquatch. What else have I been? And then Fremont, I've been to the Sodbusters when they had the All-Star game there. I was on the All-Star Grizz.
Yeah.
Don't know if I was supposed to say that, but they're when they had the mascot race, and Grizz won that one. So like, let's go.
So Grizz.
And then
World Traps.
and then I was over when Western Nebraska Pioneers. So that's been
Gary.
yeah.
Speaking of Grizz, because last time I saw Grizz, it looked like he took a little bit of a spill.
Yeah.
Grizz is
So-
fine.
This is fine. We're happy to report he's doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took a little tumble right around
Right
third
there.
base. Yeah. And then he nearly walked off a little
little gimpy.
Yeah, Mark had to help Grizz out
Yeah,
there.
he did. Yeah, he did.
I had to carry Grizz back a little
Yeah.
bit, get him on my arm.
When was this? I don't think I.
It was a couple of weeks ago.
It was-
Grizz had been drinking a little.
It was the
maybe.
day that they had the mascot race with the goat. What
Yeah, it was
company
United-
was
it
it?
was
United
United
Way.
That was a busy night. We were busy in concessions.
Yeah. It was a
We were busy in concessions.
it was a goat mascot, but it was technically a ram.
Yeah,
Like,
with the
I saw
horns.
that. Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, it's not a goat. That's a ram. Like,
Like, have they
Hey.
ever watched the Rams play football with the
Yeah.
helmets?
Yeah.
Grizz did redeem himself though. A
Dance
couple
off
innings
contest.
later to dance off
Yeah.
contest.
And no doubt win for Grizz in the dance.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
oh yeah. What would you say like your strengths and your weaknesses are?
Oh God. Now we're in like an interview
my-
process.
I didn't wear my tie today.
Well, my weakness is I'm a perfection.
Oh.
No, go ahead, Katz.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
starting.
right.
I'll start with a weakness that can turn into a strength, and that not necessarily a perfectionist, but I want everything to be done right, and I want to make sure that it's not perfect, but I want to make sure that it's working. So sometimes I could end up being a little crude to Mark or some of the other interns.
I like how you said it about me.
Well, no, because you helped me set up with the cameras, and when
Yeah.
it's not working, I can get a little bit
You're
cranky about that.
God dang it, Mark, come on.
So I just want my bubble to work correctly. And I kind of feel a little bit bad, but I know I can't because I'm on broadcast, but I kind of wish I could go down and help out.
No, but that's what
Yeah.
you really primarily are doing anyways, and it takes a lot to do that, and especially all the stuff you have to do. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think a strength for me is that I can multitask, because I don't know, like, a little bit of behind the scenes, but during home games, we're running our YouTube stream and our Mixler stream, and those are two separate sources. So I have to go in and run commercials on our Mixler,
Yep.
then run over and run commercials on the YouTube. So if you're watching both at the same time, or if you have the Mixler on but the audio off on the stream, the commercials aren't going to sync up.
Yep.
But it's just being able to multitask, go back, and everything on the scoreboard on our stream is what I control. So I have to do counts, out, score, everything on there is up to me, and I'm doing all of that while simultaneously trying to broadcast a baseball game.
it's pretty. You do a good job up there.
One thing that I kind of wish, I know that it hasn't been done since year one, actually. I kind of wish the games were back on the radio.
Oh, you mean like fully on the radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, not just on the Mixler stream.
Yeah, I mean that's nothing to do with anything that you
No,
guys
no,
know.
but
That
hasn't been done since year one.
Since
Yeah.
year 2, we had it on Capital City Rock.
Was it?
Yeah, with Isaac.
Oh, that's right.
Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac. Yeah, because Isaac did the cut and style
Yeah.
promos himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that. We all feel that. I think
Do-
T-Cast
do
feels
you-
it the most.
Do you drop any like fun facts during the broadcast?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Or not really a fun fact, but the other day, so Wheat City does not have a home broadcaster, so I kind of took over
Okay.
on their stream, and Coach May came up to me prior to game 2 of that series and said, "Hey, do you want to take BP?" So obviously,
Oh my gosh.
obviously I accept. Nolan was kicking himself because he couldn't imagine me swinging a baseball bat. Filmed it. I'll admit it was an ugly swing, and my deepest ball barely escaped first base.
There you go. But you took BP.
But I took BP. So on the broadcast, I was like, it's the simple things that are hard that you think in this sport. Oh, it's a routine fly out, but you need to have a decent swing. You need to put a decent amount of bat on the ball, and it doesn't help that I wasn't hitting it 90-mile-per-hour fastballs,
Yeah.
but still, it's the simpler things that become a little bit harder when you try them. So I
Yeah.
brought up that little tidbit on the Wheat City stream.
Yeah.
You think that's bad? I believe, what was it last year? I was in the batting cages
Yeah, I remember that with John Winkler.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you were the one putting the balls into the machine,
Machine.
and we had all the players there, and I did terribly.
You did better than me, so I applaud you for that.
Yeah, because what was it set at, like 65, 70?
Something like that.
Yeah.
70-mile-an-hour fast.
Yeah.
So I just started laying down bunts just so I could get like
Get something off.
yeah.
That's a little contact.
Yeah. Nolan, strengths and weaknesses.
Weaknesses, definitely like I have a vision for whatever I'm doing. I have a vision, and then I tend to just try and do it myself when I know I can't, which is definitely a weakness. I struggle with that. And delegation, took a class on that this fall or this past spring. Learned a lot that I struggle delegating stuff.
Was that online?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was on Zoom while I
Yeah.
played FIFA. So
Yeah, exactly.
I got really good at playing video games in class.
Fair enough.
Sorry, mom.
It's kind of like taking a social skills class when it's online. It's like makes no sense.
Yeah. So my strengths are, I think I know baseball pretty well. Like feel confident in that and my time management skills. But another I think I'm fairly decent time management. But another something a disadvantage, a weakness. That's the word. A weakness. I'm not very good at confronting people when I need something done or like when we need to do something differently. I'm very passive aggressive. That's kind of my Minnesotan side coming out.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna like see me. I'm like, oh, sorry. Like I'd rather apologize ahead of time than like actually confront somebody about something because I'd rather just you do it your way. That's fine. I'll just work around you. Not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very much me.
That's the Minnesota thing though.
So Minnesota nice is a real thing.
Oh,
yeah.
110%.
Yeah, 100%.
Very passive
Talking
aggressive.
to two Minnesota guys.
Yeah. You just gotta
Just be like, yeah,
sorry.
sorry, yeah, sorry. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine.
I do know because I lived with a bunch of people from Minnesota, like Inver Grove and Jackson.
Jackson's gotta be rural Minnesota.
Yeah, it's. Do you know Albert Lee?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like in between Albert Lee and like Worthington.
Oh,
Okay.
So, anyways, I lived with them, and it seems like they love hockey there.
Oh, 110%. Hockey is the thing. High school hockey. If you ever get a
Dope.
chance to go to the
Dope in
Minnesota State
Minnesota.
High School League
Yeah,
hockey
it's
The
tournament.
Flow Awards.
Yeah, the all hockey hair team.
Yeah,
You know,
all hockey.
absolutely. I'm
Some
working
stick
on-
and puck with the boys.
Stick and puck with the boys.
even better than that might just be Pondy. Like
Oh,
hockey
Pondy,
is
yeah.
absolutely the best thing out there.
Just cruising with the boys, drinking some beers. Just,
Oh, for sure,
man. Just slapsticking each other for no reason.
Yeah.
Just,
Hockey, that is like on days like when it gets hot here, I miss pond hockey.
Oh,
yeah.
Because it's so good.
when it's
cold.
when it's 108 degrees
Yeah.
at game start time, and you're like, God,
I could
wish this
really
was
like
longer."
stick and puck. But no, it's if you ever get a chance, like go play pond hockey, highly recommend it.
Or go to the high school state.
Go to the high school hockey tournament. It is we sell out. You can buy season tickets for our high school hockey tournament.
Damn.
Yeah.
The boys, it's
I mean, it is the
it's-
state of hockey, though.
Yeah,
True.
but I mean, it is an incredible atmosphere. You just get people from all over the state. It's
But that's-
the one thing that really unites people more than anything is hockey.
Yeah, in Minnesota at least. A lot of our state tournaments are really packed too. I mean,
Oh,
high
yeah.
school sports in general are really big in Minnesota. I know it is everywhere else too, but I mean, like, it's a
Thanks.
lot of the people's lives.
Dayton football is in US Bank, isn't it?
Yes, football and soccer are there.
Okay.
So, and then
Something's at the Target Center, I'm sure.
I don't think that.
No,
may-
maybe
no,
basketball, but
I want to
Okay.
say dance for sure is at the Target Center.
yeah,
you're
dance for
right.
sure is what targets.
And then maybe boys basketball. I think the
I think
women
boys
play-
basketball, boys
I think
basketball.
the women play over at the U in
Okay.
Williams Arena,
Yeah.
Yep.
which honestly, in my opinion, is 1,000 times better than Target Center.
Yeah.
It's
They
got,
need to-
it's
they
got
need to
the
run it
raised
by Target
floor.
Center.
It's got the history. It's
I need
such
to-
a cool arena.
It's a cool stadium.
Where's state hockey at?
Hockey's at the X, and then the
Excel.
consolation
Yep.
games are over at Mariucci and Ritter on the campus of the
Yep.
university.
So they sell out the entire Wild Arena for a
Yes.
state hockey tournament.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's every game.
Every game, you can't, like, you have to wait in line. So when I was in elementary school, my high school went to the state tournament. And my dad went and waited in line for like 3 hours just to get tickets.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's
3
It is
hours.
insane.
It's
And I didn't
crazy.
even play hockey. I played basketball in high school.
Yeah,
like middle
same.
school. But yeah, it is huge. You sell out every game. It's the student sections, you know, you kind of see it. I feel like in most sports, like the front row. In high school hockey, they put you in the upper deck because they want to sell the expensive seats down.
Yeah.
It is. And then you get all the small towns, like you get Hermantown and some of the other outside schools.
They still
They sell out. The
yeah.
whole state will come, their whole city will come down just to support them. It is truly an incredible experience. You get a chance to go.
It's really nice.
Oh, I also had a roommate from Hopkins, but
Oh yeah, they're big basketball.
Big basketball school.
They're good.
As you could probably understand, being the one female recruit out of Hopkins this year.
Paige Crackers.
Hayes Baker's dude. she's
Wasn't,
crazy.
oh wait, no, Jalen Suggs was from Apple Valley.
He went to
Minnehaha Academy.
It's my senior year. I didn't play on the team, but my high school played Jalen Suggs, Chet Holmgren, Prince Allegra, all those guys. I kid you not. We finished the season with 4 wins, and we played Minnehaha Academy. We lost 101-44, and there's a video. You can pull it up. It's gone viral several times of Jalen Suggs 360 dunking on our point guard, who is 5'6". Our 5'6" point guard jumped when Suggs dunked on it.
Yeah, that's you're dead.
They played an
yeah,
8th grader in the second.
Like
half.
Chris Paul and Giannis. the other night.
it's really bad.
So my high school was absolutely disgusting at basketball because we had some NBA talent.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna try to
really?
find a picture of one of the
Well, South
scoreboards we
Florida,
had.
I'm sure.
So, I went to a school in Fort Lauderdale called NSU University School. We made the high school basketball national championship game,
Nice.
and
So who
two
was on your
kids,
team?
two kids from our school have now gone back to back for ACC Freshman of the Year.
Okay, so
Duke's
that's-
Vernon
So-
Carey, who's now with the Charlotte Hornets,
Oh god.
and Scotty Barnes, who's going to be a 1-year, one and done out of Florida State.
Oh my lord.
Okay.
So yeah, so I went to 2 state championships, which is actually in Lakeland, which is where Brant Sundin, our pitcher who pitched yesterday, is from. I'm trying to find, because I know we beat a team like 82 to something, and it was just ridiculous. This was our district championship game. I just passed it.
District champ.
District championship against our arch rival, and we won 70-32.
Oh
jeez. Oh
Yikes.
my.
Clamps.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, we were good at basketball.
So take that as you will. Yeah.
And I was lucky because I was somewhat into student media. Like I literally went to our TV production teacher to be like, we are going to the state tournament. Let me go to cover it. So they gave me a press pass. So when we won the state tournament, both back-to-back years, I was the only student who was allowed to rush the court because security stopped everyone else.
So you had the press.
Because I had the press pass. So I celebrated a state championship with 2 future NBA players.
That's
awesome.
hilarious. Yeah. You just see everybody like flooding the gates, and all you see is just
Tyler
Tyler
just
just
Go team.
That's hilarious. That's funny. Or what was your mascot for the university high school?
The Sharks. So
Sharks.
it's
Oh my
NSU University School because NSU is Nova Southeastern University.
Mhm.
They're a Division II school and they're called the Sharks. We're affiliated.
With
So,
the Sharks.
We're also the Sharks.
Huh.
Oh my god, someone from my high school went there. That was super random.
Nova Southeast.
Yeah, she swims there.
They have a really good
Really
swimming
random.
program. So
Never heard anyone mention this.
Can you still swim?
I cannot, no.
Did you swim?
I swam in high school.
Did you go like short speedo or like longer speedo?
Longer speed. That was about something else.
You gotta be like the speedo.
Nobody
guy
wanted
from-
to see that.
from Duke. That's what I expect.
Swimmer though, you gotta have a lot of muscles to do that. A lot of muscles.
It was bigger than this. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
All right, we'll probably wrap it up, but first I must ask about this one little note.
Oh, here we go. I know what he's talking about.
Self-proclaimed freshman Big Ten bullpen catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was our only bullpen catcher this year at the University of Minnesota. And our former bullpen catcher is now our head manager. He jokes around, he's like, I am the 2-time Big Ten bullpen catcher of the year. So I took a little bit from him because I was like, how many freshmen big bullpen catchers are there? And then how many travels? Like, I gotta be up there somewhere, right?
Mhm.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna call myself the Big Ten freshman bullpen catcher of the year. Take my title, because if you looked at the Gophers this year, we were 6-31.
Yeah.
And no offense to my pitchers, love you all, but we struggled this year. So, you know, I think at some point, you know, I thought I did a pretty good job. I carried bags, I caught bullpens, few of them even broke my glove. So, you know,
There you go.
I was like, that's kind of funny. I'm trying to be a funny guy. And I'm not really that funny. So I have to.
No one's funny.
SDSU
Debatable.
played them this year, didn't they?
No,
No,
this
it
year
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Two years
Yeah.
ago.
we'll play them every year for the most part, except this year because due to COVID, the Big
Yeah.
Ten said we can only do a conference schedule. So we played 37 conference games.
Big Ten, Kevin Warren, the most incompetent commissioner, not named Larry Scott.
No comment.
But yeah, thank you guys for coming on.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
thanks
us.
for having us.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Bye.